All right, so you just announced EU and UK tour dates. When can we expect North American dates?
I don't know when, but right now I'm just focusing on like building the show, and it's going to be epic, I think. So I hope everyone's very excited.
Hey, it's Corey from Channel Q with another Audacy check-in with one of the biggest stars of 2023. He's had so many hit songs. His album, Something to Give Each Other, has exploded, and he's got 2 Grammy nominations now under his belt this year. Welcome, Troye Sivan. Dude, we are completely obsessed with the album. Congratulations on all the success with Something to Give Each Other.
Thank you so much. Thanks. And I know you guys have been massive supporters, so thank you.
Oh my gosh, it's been so fun to watch this album take off like wildfire. You've spoken about how different this was for you, how you wanted to make like something joyful and something warm, I think was a word that you used. Mm-hmm. Did you have any expectations then that came with that? Like, you're doing something different. What did you think was going to come next, maybe?
Honestly, no. And I think the reason why I didn't is because I've been doing this for a really long time. This is my 3rd album. I, released my first one like 8 years ago or something like that. I guess like my top priority was just making something that I loved, you know what I mean? And then seeing what was going to happen, because I just sort of expected it to do the same thing that the other ones had done, and never predicted that it was going to, go the way that it has. Yeah.
And I mean, like, the videos too that came along with the album. Did you know when you were creating these like iconic videos that this was going to be part of like Gay Canon 2023?
No, I definitely didn't. I mean, it was the same thing of just knowing that I was like, these are sick. I thought I love them, and getting to work with Gordon von Steiner on the videos, like, we were just having the best time, and we traveled. We went to Berlin for the second one, Berlin for the first one, Bangkok for the second, and New York for the third. And so we were just like traveling and making these videos together. And yeah, it felt special when we were making them.
I mean, Rush became the song of the summer for sure, but I think like the video of one of your girls, you've got this like what became this gag-worthy moment with you and with Ross Lynch. How did that partnership and that pairing come about? Because I think collectively the internet was like,
yeah. Well, so I mean, I knew that I wanted to cast someone in the video who sort of represented the guy that everyone wants. It doesn't matter if you're a guy, a girl, you either want to like be him or be with him. He's just sort of like, he is like the dude. And that's very much who One of Your Girls is about, was like kind of creating this character of this really like enigmatic man who just kind of like pulls you in, and everyone wants like a little piece of him, And so when I was casting it, I was like, well, okay, well, who is that? And I just feel like that's Ross. Like, he's, like the internet's boyfriend, basically, I feel like. And yeah, he was so perfect for it. Also, just like, hats off to him. He was so unbelievably down for whatever. Like, he just showed up with the best attitude. He was having so much fun.
That's so cool. And it's lovely to hear a story of like it all just working out the way you had thought it would or wanted it to.
Yeah.
All right. So you just announced EU and UK tour dates. When can we expect North American dates?
I don't know when you expect them. They're coming, obviously. Like, I'm definitely going to do it. So yeah, I don't know when, but right now I'm just focusing on like building the show, and it's going to be epic, I think. So I hope everyone's very excited. Are
you excited to reimagine some of this choreo for a live audience? Because I mean, that was the iconic part of these videos. I mean, your dancing is incredible.
Definitely. Yeah. I think, I've got a lot of like really fun, big ideas to just make this show feel like a party, Yeah. I mean, the choreo was so big that it was parodied on SNL. Like, that is a crazy moment, right? I would imagine. Oh, that was insane. I was here in Melbourne and was totally gagged by that, because they had asked if they could clear the song to use it for SNL. And of course we said yes. But I didn't know whether the skit was going to make it to air or what the skit was or anything like that. And so I watched it live, and, every time they said like my name, I would like jump. It was a really crazy, surreal experience.
This like such meta thing, right? Of Timothée Chalamet of all people, like wearing your shirt doing, not even attempting to do your accent and just like being you in this weird, like alternate universe.
It's so cool as well, because that shirt, that was from the Got Me Started video, which we shot in Bangkok. And it's a local Thai designer from Bangkok that made that shirt, that we pulled it in the fitting. We were like, oh, this is sick. And it's not, you know, I would love to wear some like local designers, and cut to like Timothy wearing it on SNL. I just think that that's really cool.
Yeah. I mean, amazing. And you also, you know, just had this huge honor of being GQ Australia's Man of the Year. I mean, how was that for you, especially ending a 2023, which was such a huge year for you musically, with this enormous honor?
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, I think my brain kind of clocked out at the end of the year of just like insane things where I'm just like, oh my God, I'm never going to forget this for the rest of my life. And I think it was just sort of like an overload in a really positive way. It's just like, I'm just kind of going with the flow. I think it's impossible to sort of like really process all of these moments. And so, yeah, I'm just having a really good time trying to be present, bringing my family and friends with me everywhere. Cause I think that really helps us. You know, it's like, it's one thing to be experiencing these things, but then experiencing them with people, I think it helps me understand that it's like really happening, you know, like I can't wait to take my parents to the Grammys, for example. You know, I think that's what's really going to hit it home for me, but it's just been incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of the Grammys, of course, congratulations on that. Your first nomination, you've got them under your belt for Rush. Where were you? What were you doing when you found out that you were Grammy nominated?
I guess I'm having a lot of significant moments in my bed. My bed's right here, but this is where I watched the SNL skit, and it's also where I found out about the Grammys, because it was 3:00 in the morning in Melbourne, and I had woken up to watch the live stream of the nominations, because I knew that nominations were coming out, and I never want to like jinx it or anything like that. So I didn't really tell anyone. The only person I told was my best friend Leland, who I wrote the song with. I feel like we had both purposely not really spoken about it. And the day before, I was like to him, you know, the Grammy nominations are announced tomorrow, right? And he was like, yeah, girl, I know. And so I set a little alarm and discreetly woke up at 3:00 in the morning and watched the live stream. And then the second they announced my name, my phone just started going berserk, like everyone, you know, calling and whatever. I woke up my parents, woke up my brother.
Amazing. Amazing.
It was really good.
I want to go back to the GQ speech that you made about your relationship with masculinity and femininity. Was there something freeing about being able to say that publicly in this moment when you're in the spotlight, you're getting this award, this cover, and you're able to explain something to all of Australia and the world that, like, you know, most queer people can relate to, but maybe outside of that wouldn't understand?
Yeah, I think, I mean, my like understanding of gender fluidity and self-expression has come such a long way, and especially in the last year, I think. And so I was trying to communicate to the audience that I was accepting the award in front of, but I was also, you know, like trying to communicate, I think, with my younger self, who was so rigid in his ideas of masculinity and femininity and like what makes a real man and all that stuff, you know, from, you know, pressure from society. I had a lot of ideas of the way that I should stand, or the way that I should speak, or the clothes that I should wear, and the things that I should and shouldn't do. And it's taken years of kind of like active unlearning to be able to kind of arrive where I am now with it. And so I really just wanted to, I thought it was very, very cool that something as like kind of hilariously traditional as like the Man of the Year by GQ.
Right.
I thought it was funny that I was accepting that award. And I thought it was cool. I kind of just wanted to express that. Yeah, I guess just like that journey that I've been on and how sort of ironic in a way it is to be arriving at that award now.
What would you say, you know, to someone who is like your younger self that feels like they've got to fit into this, you know, box, or they're struggling to come out?
I would just say, do whatever you want. 100%. And I would say not everyone's situation is safe. And so I would say wait until you're in a position where you are, and then there will be people around, like even if it's not in your immediate environment right now, there is people all around the world who are going to like love and accept you for exactly who you are.
Thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you waking up early to spend some time with us. And I mean, like the album has been my soundtrack, our soundtrack for 2023. It's so good. We love it so much. And I know gays everywhere are in love with it. So
awesome. Thank you so much.